think it's important that we recognise what mental health is, which we're going to do in a minute. But it is definitely one of those things that's overlooked, right? It's overlooked within this industry, it's overlooked within a lot of conversations. And if I asked you right now, what are the reasons, there'd be so many. The stigma, the time, we're all busy, right? How are you doing? Busy? Yeah, busy, busy. That is as far as we go with the conversation. So we've got time, we've got stigma, we've got pressing deadlines, we've got lots of work on, and we might even tell ourselves the narrative, which is, once I get through this, I'll be fine. Once I do that, I'll have the conversation. So it's a lot is happening that is stopping these conversations happening. And between me and Grace, what we hope is by the end of the session, you've got some tools, you've got some techniques, you've got some things to go away and do something with. Otherwise, you can come and tell us and we'll refund you your time. Put your hands up. Who here has mental health? Yeah, there we go. Just keep them up. Who here has mental health? Just look around the room. Put your hands down. We all have mental health. Please, if there's one thing you take away from this session, no one is exempt from this. If your heart is beating, you've got mental health. You do not need to be diagnosed with a mental illness to struggle with poor mental health. Meaning we can have a conversation with every single person in this room, and I can almost I could guarantee you they have had struggles in their own life. They're struggling right now with something, but they just suppress it. We just hold it in because it's easier to hold it in than it is to open up that conversation. We all have mental health. So if that's what we take away, that I can go and connect with every single one of you and just know that, that is the thing that connects us together. And the reason I ask you to look around the room is to just realise that you might not know everyone in this room, but we are all so connected. We're so connected with that, just like we have physical health, right? And if someone had a broken arm, and they would come up to you and go, how are you doing? How are you recovering? What's going on? What adaptations have you made? What's going on for you? Physical health. Mental health, can't see it. So we don't have that conversation. But the thing I would like to say is just like that broken arm that recovers, so does our mental health. We might go through a continuum of the roller coaster, and that is life, and that's something that we have to accept and be there and support each other, and that is what this session is about. Why are we doing this, Grace?
It's really important that we do acknowledge this, and Danny's done so beautifully already. As Danny's already mentioned, no one is immune to having poor mental health, and mental health itself is often used interchangeably with mental illness or a mental health condition. It's important to realise that mental health is just one component of our overall health, and that's really, really key. But within our industry, as Danny's already mentioned, we do suffer with a huge percentage of poor mental health, and ultimately due to a number of factors that have been touched upon already. 1 in 2 of us within this room, within our industry, will be actively experiencing poor mental health at any given time. And unfortunately, because we are part of the construction trade under the trades umbrella, it does mean that unfortunately we are more vulnerable to die by suicide than the average person. It's an incredibly hard-hitting figure. 9 in 10 people hide how they're feeling due to the stigma that surrounds mental health. We are a heavily male-dominated industry. Whilst we are starting to see shifts in culture and dynamic, we are still quite far away from being at a point where that conversation flows very easily. But the most important reason that we're here is because our entire ethos and what Danny and I very much bring with passion, the EIC very much spreads, is that early intervention and education is absolutely key in this topic. The only way that we can lower these figures and make them more positive and make a more optimistic culture throughout this industry is through education, early intervention and understanding in order to prevent crisis and have those conversations that are life-saving.